So let's talk about product listing optimizations, what it comes, best practices this year. So maximizing success optimization strategies for Amazon product listings in 2024. And first thing to always to keep in mind is that, sure, we do have like best practices, we do have rules, but always there's going to be anomalies that when you break the rules you suddenly get something good kind of results. So that's why first thing to always keep in mind when you're selling on Amazon is experimentation. So if something works, it doesn't, if you start optimizing it, it can actually go worse. So there's been bunch of these cases that we see that, okay, we want to optimize something and we did optimization. Now on the outside, it looks awesome, but oops, everything sales, the results are actually worse than it was before. So that's always something to keep in mind. So, obviously get good at optimizing the product listing, doing keyword optimization and so on, but still, if something works, it's better not to touch it. So what's the survey here, Barney? Well, what does it tell us?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is coming from Jungle Scout 2024 survey. So what it takes to sell on Amazon. So basically 58% of business are profitable within a year of launching on Amazon. As you can see, there's like money spent to start on Amazon, and one below is the time it takes to turn a profit.
Yes, even if the odds are on your favor, I have seen it so many times. Like some people uh, go do it like with guns blazing, with taking a big budget and everything, and they still don't get results. And the reason is that you still need to be you have this humility. For example, I've seen also some students of ours who have like made seven-figure exits, made millions of dollars, and then decided I'm gonna go back back to the game. Start a new brand and build it up, and it's gonna be so much easier this time. And like one student spent something like $40,000 and thinking that it's gonna be so much faster this time, and what ended up happening is that he just cut corners, and he made way too large orders. He didn't take into like consideration all the different things, and he just ended up wasting money and didn't get good results like initially. So that's kind of the funny thing, that like big budget can really hurt you because you are not necessarily looking after every single time. So still, it doesn't matter like how long you've been doing this or whatever. Always don't assume that you know how every single market works, like how every product, even if you have launched like 200 products, it doesn't mean that your next product launch is going to be successful. So that's why everything depends always on the context. You need to take it like product by product and have the humiliation to really not get cocky and not take things for granted. So let's talk about product optimizations, key areas, which spots to optimize, different ways to do it, data dives, some different tools, and then tips and tricks. Okay, so importance of product listing optimization. Why does it even matter? Well, obviously we want to get as much visibility for the product listing. The higher we are, the more traffic we have, the more sales we are going to be getting. And conversion, there's actually several different types of conversion, meaning that internal traffic has a different kind of conversion that external traffic has, which means that you can bring like external traffic to your product listing every time, and obviously you could see that on in Seller Central that, oh my God, my conversion is going really low. But so what? It doesn't actually hurt you, because like the question is always like, why would Amazon penalize you for bringing external traffic to their site? Like, no, I mean, so that's why there isn't just one conversion rate that you need to look at. No, I mean, there's actually multiples, different ones. Then, I mean, competitive edge, setting the products apart from competitors, brand image, revenue growth, customer trust, and so on. And actually, if you're starting to optimize Amazon advertising, what's the first thing that you actually need to do? Like, let's say that you've been already doing, you have a product listing that you've been selling for quite some time already, and now you just want to, make the advertising work better, perform better for you, which meaning that you want to have a lower cost, better results, higher sales, and so on, blah, 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 blah. So what do you need to do first? Before even touching ads, like if you really want to get the maximum results, then you should better make that the product listing is optimized, because if it's not, then I mean, you cannot really fix it with just advertising, because if it's not optimized, then I mean, you're just going to be spending more money on money that you shouldn't necessarily need to do. Okay, which spots to optimize? The categories, title, price, product attributes, images, yes, bullet points, product description videos, filter reviews, and so on. So different ways to do product listing optimization. So how to optimize categories? Well, one thing is that, I mean, you want to make sure that you are actually in the right category. So why is that, Barney?
Yeah, for this one, sometimes Amazon assign you to not really like I just put here categories, but because that's like a really common, but we can call it subcategory because you can be in one category, for example, in home and kitchen, but there are like different subcategories there. So sometimes Amazon assign you to a different subcategory. Just like with one example with one of the students, the product is for pets, but it was assigned to outdoors. So basically with this, you can ask Amazon to transfer you in a different category. And then there's a way. You just have to be persistent with that. So how to do that is go to help, go to my issue is not listed, explain your request with the ASIN and desired category or subcategory. That's like more of a template here. So you tell them that, hey, I urgently need this change. And you will state there your ASIN, your old category and the new category. And then you tell them that this will benefit not just you, of course, because you want your customer to benefit from it. And if they deny it, you can open another case, open until, be persistent until they transfer you to the desired subcategory.
Yes, and you want to also be in the right subcategory. I mean, you basically want to be in those subcategories where there's lower volume, means that it's easier to get this bestseller badge, because once you get like bestseller badge, then I mean it's gonna impact your conversion as well. So basically, and another thing is like if you're in the wrong category, it can actually hurt your visibility. Yeah. So title. So yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, for the title, this is really very common. So a lot would say that, hey, you just have to put it less than 100 characters. But then again, you have to think that Amazon will, give you you have to maximize your title. You just have to make sure that you put in the first, let's say, 80 to 90 characters, the most important keywords or the main keywords. The rest you still need to maximize them, but then again, you have to aim for maximum, or at least have it less than 200, but not really like, 80 or 90. But if it's, in the category, sometimes there are categories that only allows 80 characters or 100 characters, then just have to, follow that. But then again, for those that you can maximize up to 200, make sure that you maximize the characters in the title.
Yeah, so it depends on, or it varies in different categories. So different categories have different rules. So that's something to take, you need to take into consideration, that what are the rules in your category. Yeah. So, and typically less is gonna be more, so meaning that there's no reason to do this keyword stuffing and just keep dumping different keywords there. No, instead it makes more sense to do the proper analysis in figuring out that what are the keywords that you should really go after and optimize for, just instead of like spreading yourself too thin. Yeah, so which means, okay, no repeating either. Yeah. So how to optimize for price?
Yeah, with this one, Tony, I can discuss more on this. You influence the customer perception of the value of putting at the end of there's actually like a psychology behind this. They put there something like 9.99, because customers or page visitors, they perceive that, yeah, this is like under $10, or if it's like 19.99, so yeah, this is like under $20, so that's fine, I can buy this product. And how do you like put this in Amazon Seller Central? So you go to offer page. So in offer page, there are like three prices there that you can set. As you can see here, there's offering, release, I'm sorry, that's not offering, but that's list price. List price is more of a suggested retail price. Can you click, Tony, to to show it? Yeah, there. Yeah, there. So there's a setting the list price and your price at least 20% higher than your original selling price. So for example, you want to sell your product at $24.99. So before you put that in, you put that in your list price or on your price. Set a higher price in the list price. As you can see here in the list price, there's like $13.99, but it's supposed to be just $29. It's okay to have your price and your list price at the same amount, but your sale price should be like a lower, let's say lower by $2 or lower by $3. And make sure that when you put in your sale price, you put there the sale start date, and you set it for 2 weeks only, or at least 30 days. Don't go beyond it. Don't set it for a year, because sometimes it doesn't show on the listing page. We've done this experiment several times already. Like if we just have it for like a few days, it will show. Sometimes it doesn't. But if you just set it the way that it is right now, there's like a good chance that your listing will show a sale price, that your customers will have this thinking that, okay, this seller is doing a sale on his product, so I'm gonna save from buying this product. So you just have to set it this way. Make sure that your list and your price are of the same, but your sale price should be lower than your list and your price. So yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, not just Amazon, but over on online sales. I mean, this kind of thing, it's pretty, ridiculous, because oftentimes, I mean, it's not even real. It's just this fake scarcity thing. And luckily, Amazon has also like added some more rules for this. For example, when you're doing different kind of lightning deals. So if there's a discount, then it's gonna be like more authentic because it's based on some history of the selling price and so on. But on the other hand, I mean, okay, like some people might think that, I mean, why do you even need to have discounts? I mean, couldn't be just like this thing, like it's gonna show up like all the times here. So why, add it there? And good example was like, I remember which year it was that Macy's, this shopping mall in the US, this chain started that they kind of started this campaign that, okay, now they are not going to be doing any discounts. That's it. No more discounts. I mean, that was their kind of campaign they started. And what happened? What happened immediately on the day that they started this campaign? Like sales plummeted, like sales pretty much like took a massive drop down in terms of volume because I don't know. I mean, it comes down to human psychology. So it didn't take long before actually they decided, okay, let's start let's start adding back these discount campaigns. Just they realized that, I mean, this was a stupid strategy. So obviously we need to roll back and start adding these discounts again. Amar is asking, doesn't it annoy the buyer if he sees that the price has been reduced after the purchase? What do you think, Barney?
What do you mean, Amar? Doesn't it annoy the buyer if he sees that the price has been reduced after the purchase? Actually, you are showing your selling price, but it's just that you're setting it in the back end as a sale price. So it shows on the front end in your listing page that it is on sale, but it's not really. So they will still be buying your product at the price of $24.99, but we are just showing on the front end or in the listing page that it is on sale. It is discounted from the 29 selling price. So
Yeah, and
it's
one thing is like, if you're like, if you bought something yesterday and today the price is lower, then obviously you're gonna feel like a bit disappointed, like bummed out, like, damn, I just paid more than I should have. But let's face it, like, who goes back to Amazon to check that what's the price of something that they bought yesterday? It's like they're not gonna do that. Like obviously next time that they want to buy, like 10 people might check. But and actually most of this stuff, like it's such a impulse thing and so on that people are busy living their lives, so they don't remember what they even ordered like last week. And there was a funny story what one American guy said that he orders like so much stuff from Amazon that if let's say that if half of the orders wouldn't be delivered, he wouldn't even notice because he's just ordering so much stuff like all the time. And that kind of gives you a bit picture like how little attention people actually put into this into the shopping experience and so on, especially for impulse purchases. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So bullet points. So what's the latest stuff about bullet points, Barney?
okay. So for the bullet points, yeah, we have like actually as you have mentioned earlier, Tony, what that optimization, some works for other products, some doesn't, it doesn't work. So you have to continue on testing the bullet points. So here are the tips that we have. These are the other sellers are doing this. We are doing this too. First is short and sweet, so less than 200 characters. And highlight feature plus benefits. That's really very important. So I know that you are doing this, like all of you are doing this, but this is just more of a reminder. Another one is start each bullet point with all caps. If not, then you're not really okay. So all caps doesn't work for me. You can have it in bold. I can link hear later on, like what to use, like Lingo Jam, bold. You can use that so that it's gonna like highlight your the main point of your bullet. And then also in the third bullet, because as you can, if I'm not sure if you have observed this, but most of the bullets right now, they're not just limited to 5. Most of them are like up to 10, up to 7. So this is like something that you can test. Call to action, add to cart in the third bullet. This is also to benefit those that are checking, page buyers using their mobile phones. And then lastly is start. This is start. Start each bullet point with emojis. So on the next page, we will, show like different types of bullet points. This one, the first one, is coming from Amazon. It's like short and sweet, really short and sweet, because they're just giving their really minimal utilizing just a few characters. Next one is also the same. The fourth one, as you can see, they are utilizing emojis and also the bold letters. So you can try these approach on your listing and see how it, affects your conversion or affects, the buying decision of your customers or page visitors.
Yes, but also one thing is not to overdo it, so that your listing doesn't look like a cartoon.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and another like general lesson is that like like we are all the time talking about differentiation and feeling the X factor on whatnot, but especially like that's why you cannot really give like these kind of like rules that are set cast in stone that applies for every single thing, every single possible scenarios, because it's all the time like depends on the context. So it depends like what are your competitors doing, because ideally, I mean, you want to be zigging when the others are zagging, and vice versa. So
yeah, it's so funny, those emojis, like in that picture that kind of works, but oftentimes I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it looks like some hippie parade. And sometimes if you just add random emojis, it's I don't know, I feel like it's kind of annoying. Somehow I start getting some China vibes and remove the safe from my weapon at that point.
Yeah, it's like it almost looks like a mistake.
Yeah, but in that case it works actually. It's a good point that it's always about context.
Yes, for sure. Okay, images. What do you have for us, Barney?
Yeah, for the images, same as like when you are doing a presentation, when you do images for Amazon listing, you have to make sure that your main image is on the white background. Why? Because sometimes, or like most of the time, if it's not in the white background, or if there's like something that really is off in your main image, Amazon will suppress your listing. And same as with doing a presentation, one with the product in an environment, it's like you have to show the product is being used, because our customers or page visitors, they don't really see the product. They cannot, I mean, they cannot touch the product. They cannot touch the product. They cannot feel the product. So, you just have to make sure that you are showing them how it is being used. And one with the size and fit information, this is like applicable especially on products that needs to be shown their size and their dimension. And make sure that you focus on one thing at a time, as same as this one. It's like focusing on just not everything. Like for example, you think that, oh, okay, because I want my customer to know about this, so you put everything in just one image, and then nothing is, there's no focus anymore. So you have to make sure that you have to focus on just one thing, and you have like really big fonts, not too big that the image doesn't, it won't be shown anymore. And this is like one of the tips. Compare. You have like our product versus their product. So yeah, then there's also a sample on the next page.
Yeah, and actually one thing about the main image is also one of the key thing is that how it looks like as a thumbnail, how it really looks like on this in really small, because that impacts the click-through rate. So if your click-through rate doesn't work, I mean, if you're not having good numbers there, then I mean that's the first thing to look like. How can you make the image better, the thumbnail image better, so that you can actually stand out or in all different pages? Because if it doesn't work, then advertising is gonna be pretty difficult. Yeah. So Bonnie, you were saying about this.
I just have to be more creative. These are like the samples. Like the sellers are being creative with their main images, since you cannot really put everything in your main image, but you still have your packaging. You can, as you can see here in the first photo, they put their lifetime warranty, but it's not against Amazon TOS because this is part of their packaging. So you have to be more creative on how you, let's say, ask or your designer to do your packaging. So as you can see here, he was able to put there the important things like waterproof. His product is waterproof and it has a lifetime warranty. The next one is everything is put in just one main image, because the packaging is also already representing that the product is already there. Other things that someone wants to consider when buying a product, it's already there in the packaging, so they can still use this as their main image. The third one, still the same, there's like a lifestyle image there showing in the main image, and other important things that someone considers when buying for the product: waterproof and breathable. So those things you have to consider when you are doing or designing your packaging. If your
Yeah.
product,
And
yes,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, please.
Yeah, and that's also one of the reasons why on the packaging, like products, we add different stuff. Like we add stickers like that say free, because then it's gonna show up in this main image. And what is one of the most lovable words in English in the online world is free. So when people see that, it just gets more attention. And since it's part of the packaging, then then it's allowed, right? Because there are certain things, certain words that you cannot use, and so on.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
secondary images.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing I also want to say is that nowadays, there's just these kind of like digitalized images. And for example, this first one, the product doesn't really look good. That good. Because it just looks this kind of like digital image, but okay, it's not the best, but you need to work with what you have, and you don't want, like, sometimes, like I saw some listings too when they are selling something like some kind of like a moisturizer, like sometimes the ingredient looks just so kind of like this digital, so it looks totally fake, so it doesn't even look good. So that's something to consider, to take into consideration. Another thing is also like stock photos. Like authentic photos typically outperform these kind of stock photos. So stock photos means that you can clearly see that this is just something basically bought from this. It kind of looks a bit too professional, and it looks too much that it was just made for this kind of like photo bank.
Yeah, these sample secondary images are, just representing what we also discuss on how we should optimize our images, like one thing at a time, focus on, what you want the customer to learn about this specific image, and Yeah, I also agree with you. Just be careful with the stock photos because they are like overdoing it. It's like it looks fake. And in in today's generation, like today's time, most of the people they are into like authentic authenticity of showing the real let's say feeling of that someone using the product, or authentic photos, and not really like shown in the sample. Like, yeah, I think it's also too staged.
Yes, I mean, no rules are really cast in stone, but typically authenticity works. So, okay, fine, there's always exceptions, but usually I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, then attributes.
Yeah, for
What
the
do we have here?
attributes, yeah, for the attributes, different categories, different products, they have different attributes. So this is just a sample of an attribute of a product, which maybe some of you are filling out, but maybe some of you are just, okay, this is fine, this is like not really that important, but it is, especially if you compare your product to the rest of the competition, if they're not really putting that in. And also if you are seeing in the other competitors reviews that, yeah, they're asking about specific questions, and it's not even showing in the it's not in the bullet points, it's not in the images. So you can actually do optimization on your product attributes. What you can do is integrate keywords, provide comprehensive information, and this is very important, and you cannot really go wrong with this. Review customer feedback, identify their needs, feedback or reviews that they are asking. For example, like, yeah, what is where is this from? It could be like it's not showing there. And also maybe they are asking of the size of the product is not showing in the shown in the images. So there are some attributes that you can edit as like different attributes in different categories, but visit your back end, go through them one by one and check on them. If you can integrate more keywords on those attributes, then you're free to do so. So yeah, that's it for the attributes.
All right.
Yeah, for the product description, for those that have A+, so you're well aware that you can stuff in as many 2,000 characters of keywords in your product description. So you're free to do that. What you can put there, wrong spelling, Spanish keywords, other terms, all those keywords that you cannot really fit into your bullets and title. But to those who don't have A+ yet, what you can do is, of course, you have to utilize HTML formatting, and then ensure that it's mobile compatibility, meaning that it can be like when they go to visit your listing, they can read it just fine using their mobile. And utilize bullet points. You can do that in HTML formatting. Just go to it. I think I have a link here later, or I'm not sure where the link is, but maybe I missed to put it there. There. So utilize bullet points. You can do that. Numbers, you can do that in your product description, even if because if you don't have A+ content yet. And keywords, you can put their Spanish keywords. You can also put their other long tail keywords, alternative keywords, or other keywords that you cannot really put in your bullets, or because it doesn't fit the bullet points, it doesn't fit the title anymore. Utilize your product description. You can put there as many as you can. No, I'm sorry, up to 2,000 characters. Utilize ChatGPT to make it look better, but you can definitely put there the keywords that you want to use. And for the videos, this is for those that have A+ content. Of course, you can, or have brand registry. Of course, you can do video optimization. You can just upload it in your listing, upload it as part of the, in the images. gallery. You can put it there. If you don't want to pay someone to do the videos for you, you can do it yourself. Again, authenticity. Page buyers or people really like seeing videos that are authentic, not really like something that is like overly done. So you can contact someone to upload the product video for you. This is applicable to those who don't have brand registry yet. You can, this is just what I learned. You can have videos on your listing. Just have someone, a reviewer maybe, or someone, influencer, upload the video for you. There's like part in the video part on the listing. You can see it there. They can upload a video, and then you show your product in action, teach people how to use it, and explain why you are better than your competition. So that's for your videos. Next is for Amazon search filter. This is in connection to the attributes. Now, if you are not really filling in your attributes, you have to fill it now because you might be missing this one. Like especially for page visitors or customer that are using their computers. There's like a filter on this side, on the left side, that if they won't click on that, if your product is not within those, then you will be missing out. So you have to make sure that you go through Amazon search page, navigate to the search page. Kindly click, Tony, please. Enter keywords relevant to your product, hover over the left side of your screen, which is this showing, and then just follow it, review all available attributes that apply to your product or related to your product, and fill it out. Next.
Yes, and obviously this is another thing that depends on the category. So some categories have more options than others, right?
Neil has a question. Have to drop off. Is it possible to view this recorded video later to see the remaining part? Yes, within the week, Tony, right? We will be
uploading. So we have all the recordings in the membership area. No worries, Neil. See you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
How to optimize reviews. By the way, later on, you will also include in the tip and tricks that, how to further optimize your reviews. Anyway, for this one, especially to those like new sellers, you can utilize the review request or request a review button. And for those who are brand registered, enroll your product in the Amazon Vine program. So we have like the rates there. You will only pay, you don't really pay a lot. As I can see before, it's like a lot, but now it's no longer that much. And then next is you can also utilize product inserts. Product inserts is still fine so long as you are still within Amazon TOS. So we have a sample on the next page, Tony.
Yeah, so but actually one thing I also want to say that I mean, typically it's always going to be fine. Like if you're asking sales, like, okay, is this allowed? Is this not allowed? I mean, typically it's always going to be allowed to ask like honest feedback. I mean, if you kind of like phrase it in such a way that, hey, I mean, I would like to have like honest feedback regarding their product, then typically that's going to be fine. There's not really going to be any issues. Yeah, so you have product inserts.
Yeah, so this is like an example. Before, I think there are samples before, and even like in YouTube or anywhere else, like they're suggesting that it has to be stated there that leave me a 5-star review or something like that. But this one, as you have mentioned earlier, Tony, you have to be like, asking them. It's fine. You can ask a review. Just please consider something like this. Please consider leaving us a product review. You're not asking to, they leave you a 5-star review. You're asking them to leave you a review. So that is not against Amazon TOS. So that's fine. You can do that. Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is that you're not like directing their behavior in any way. Like if you're giving like free hands, then it's not an issue at all. Yeah. Okay. sorry, did you have anything about these anymore?
None.
All right. Okay, data dive and how to use it for optimization. So, okay, I mean, now this day and age, we have like tons of new tools popping up all the time, which is a good thing because, anything that can make our work easier, faster, or cheaper, I mean, it's something to do, right? So data dive has already been around for quite a bit of time. So what it does is that you can use it for different kind of research, like listing optimization, basically finding areas where you should be ranked and to see that are you actually tapping on every single thing that you should be doing and so on. So assessing competitors and the needs and really speed up this overall, strategy development for optimization as well.
So this is how, sorry. Yeah, so this is how the dive box look like for those who don't know what or haven't tried using data dive yet. So you will have to install a Google Chrome extension. So this is how it looks like, the dive box. And so what are the tools inside the data dive can you use for optimization? So there are like several actually, but we will just talk about the four: master keyword list, listing builder, rank radar, and deep dive. What is a master keyword list? So master keyword list, it's after you do your research, which I'm going to be showing, we will be showing later. So it will reveal like sales driving keywords and competitors' organic rankings. If you have used Helium 10 Cerebro, it's almost as the same, like showing the search volume of a product. It's almost as the same, but it's just in a different setup. And the listing builder is like more of a tool for optimizing your titles, your bullets, generic keywords, or your search term and a product description. So you will see there like the rankings of other products. If you have better ranking juice than them or better search volumes than what they have in their listing, so you will see that in the listing builder. Rank Radar is basically, it's same as Keyword Tracker in Helium 10, but this one, it will track the rest of the keywords that are within your master keyword list. So you will understand that later on. And also Deep Dive is more of, it provides a comprehensive product analysis. You will see there in one view the images of your competitors, their sales, and other product like dimension or attributes. You will see it when you visit the Deep Dive. So kindly click on next. So how to utilize the master keyword list? So you have to identify up to 30 relevant competitors. Click dive button, create niche, analyze results and other competitors, clean up the master keyword list. You have to make sure that you remove the branded keywords, remove any keywords against Amazon TOS. Kindly click on the next. Here. So this is how it looks like. You will see here, it's like, Helium 10's Google Chrome extension. It's almost the same, like product research. You will see here like different products or the products that are really your competitors. So for example, that the lint roller, that is the keyword that we use, and it will show you the different products in that specific keyword. What you have to do is you will have to choose at least 30. You have actually the option to maybe 15, 10, it's up to you, but you can choose up to 30. And then you will click on dive. So the data dive will analyze your competitors data. Kindly click on next. So this after you click on dive, this will show. So as you can see there are like a lot of comparisons. You will see like the competitors brand review count, where is they're located, like the seller's country, the variation if they have the rating, like a lot of things that you can see to compare with the competitors. And then below you will see there the keywords. Those are the keywords that your competitors are ranking. As you can see, there are like color coded, so they are in different, like the strengths are in weak, if it's really good keyword. You will know more about it when we actually have an SOP on this, so you will learn more about it later on if you also decide to get this tool. So kindly click on next. So next, after that, you will utilize the listing builder. So here in the listing builder, you will analyze and find the main keywords with the following: high search volume, relevancy, and high rankings. Use relevancy to your product, not relevant to your competitors, but relevant to your product. I think like Tony. And there's also an AI tool, so meaning you have like a ChatGPT inside the listing builder. And also since the product title is crucial for keyword ranking and click-through rates, it has like the highest percentage of, it will suggest like what keywords should go to your title. And you also need to kindly click on next. I don't need to show here. So you will see.
By the way,
Yes.
one question as regards to the brand name in the title. Have you seen, because earlier you suggested that it should be included. Might differ from category to category, but have you seen through this data type tool, for instance, there's a positive correlation for including the brand name, or is it more sort of like a conversion rate type of thing to put the brand name as the first words of the title?
Yeah. Oh, what about it?
Like, what's the rationale behind putting it there?
The brand name?
Like, do you find it that it increases, it's better branding, or is it better for the rankings as well?
Actually,
some people say you shouldn't use it, and some people say, yeah, definitely put it there.
Well, it depends actually. Well, for this one, what we do in the MKL or in the master keyword list is we, remove all the brand names, so we don't. Yeah.
But some people say it's a waste of space.
But in terms of like optimization, that's Krister's question, right? Like,
that's good
does
point.
It have
more
does
about
it have like a positive impact on the
okay.
Exactly.
traffic? Yeah.
Okay, with this one, I think it depends, Krister, if your brand name is, something that you really want people to consider. But with this one, especially if you're in the launching stage, because in the optimization for data dive, especially if you're in the launching stage, they're like really more of suggesting that you have to.
Exactly. But that's why I was thinking, like, maybe my gut feeling would be that it makes more sense to be very spare with the words and prioritize the main keyword.
Yeah, prioritize the main keyword. Yes. So especially if you are.
It's some kind of marginal thing, so we can go on.
But the funny thing is that sometimes it seems to be better. So
and sometimes it's almost like every month Amazon actually puts the brand name there on some list. Sometimes removes it, so I don't know.
It's like Amazon cannot make up their mind that is it for better or is it not for better.
Yeah, but also because they tend to do that automatically, so that's why I was also asking, have you seen sort of numerical correlation with the brand name appearing there when it's not. But again, no need to get stuck into that.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, what is ranking? Yeah, so how to utilize here ranking juice. So you might be wondering what is the ranking juice, because you will see that in the tool, as you can see here in the picture. So more ranking just translates to greater ranking potential. So meaning the amount of credit a product listing receives for its keyword ranking based on its performance. So you will see here most of the keywords, especially those that really high search volume but less competition, they will have more ranking juice. And Data Dive, they would really like suggest it that you use that in your listing. So yeah,
it's funny how they filed a trademark for ranking juice. I guess why not?
Yeah. Okay. So next, please. So a rank radar, it's like similar to keyword tracker in Helium 10, but with this one, you will just have to add the product, select market niche, and track daily ranking. So you will see like daily when you visit the tool, you will see there like how much your rankings have improved. You can also pause the keyword if you think that they're not really useful. You can pause it. You can also put their highlights, like if you just added a keyword to your title and then you want to highlight that, you want to really monitor that, you can see it from the tool. So that's really good when you do optimization. And Deep Dive, so this one, it's provide comprehensive analysis of niche, including images, sales data, pricing info, product specs. Next, please. And this is like how it looks like there. So you can see in one view, like your competitors' images, and you will just have to filter it from the tool. So you'll be able to, compare. And how to utilize Data Dive optimization tool is this like more of how to do it step by step. You check the SEO, the relevancy, the filtering of 30 products or 15 to 30 products, clean up master keyword list compared to listing builder, the one that we just shown earlier. Like when you build your title, you build your bullets, you rewrite the listing from there, set up the rank tracking, the one that we've shown earlier, and lastly is to optimize for performance. And here's the pricing of the Data Dive here, and we have the link there, and then there's also a discount code coming from Tony and Vic. So yeah, so we are down to the tips and tricks. ChatGPT prompt. So this is we use this. So you put this as a prompt, like you are an excellent copywriter, you will help me rewrite the sales copy. So here's like an example of how Amazon ChatGPT was able to rewrite the bullet points, or the sales copy, or maybe like the product description of your product, and you don't really have like much of an idea of how to advertise your product. Just go to your competitor and ask ChatGPT to rewrite it for you. But of course, you will have to review it and make sure that you have the most important keywords written for you.
Yeah, and best thing is that you actually have something, pretty much from day one, meaning that, okay, you just, get your test batch slides. So obviously you don't want to spend a dime that you don't need. So then, getting the listing done in terms of copywriting, it's a pretty simple process.
Yeah. And this bullet for when you do the bullets, this is a sample. Create a product description for my product, curtains on Amazon, targeting environmentally conscious consumers who prioritize sustainability and local production. Basically, you're telling ChatGPT on how to write your bullet points, like addressing your target audience, highlight the eco-friendly materials, local manufacturing, those things that you think that are important for your customers or your customers value. when you're looking for or considering to buy a product similar as your product. And yeah, for this one, I think we have also discussed this earlier. Capture your customer attention in just first 3 images: main product image, lifestyle image, infographic. So those two should be there. First, after the main image, lifestyle image and infographics should follow right away. Infographic, like maybe the dimension of your product, a lifestyle image, the product in use, and that should be like present in the first, first 1 to 3 images.
Yeah, and the one thing to always keep in mind is that, sure, I mean, we need to have the dimensions, in inches, centimeters, and whatnot, but, people don't read. I mean, and if the product can be misinterpreted like somehow, then it will be. So, meaning that, okay, then you're gonna get like 1-star reviews that, oh, it's too small, oh, it's too big. So that's why, like in the images, we just need to make it like crystal clear, that this is what you're getting, this is what the size compares to, and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, this was discussed early on, but just a reminder, call to action in third bullet, start bullets with all caps or bold or emojis. As Christopher said earlier, like, yeah, it actually doesn't look good, like if there's like a lot there. But you also need to be, if you want to try, you can also be creative with your emojis. Maybe this one, the green check mark, it's like really common to be used, and make sure that it's still easy to understand, even if you're trying to explain it to someone buying your product. And remember, people don't like to read, so you have to limit the characters.
Yeah, people don't read, people just kind of like browse and see that, so they just jump from one thing to another, and often how people's eyes go is usually like to the right. So I mean, we don't have here an example, but typically people are gonna browse to right and then going to left, and then backwards. So we have to keep in mind that, okay, are people going to understand, like in just a few seconds, that what is this product about, like what's the value, and why is it so much better than all the competitors? And key thing is always differentiation. So if competitors are doing something, if, for example, all the competitors are using these emojis and check marks, these blue, green check marks, then maybe that's not something that we should be doing. So everything always depends on the context. Okay. Then Helium, then review insights.
Yeah. So what's important of this? Yeah, you can just click there. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly discuss this. So identify key insights. So, based on that, once you utilize the product, you'll be able to check, like, what are your customers are wanting to see on your products, or what can you add more to your listing, what are the things that you can add to your bullets, and what are the things that you can add to your product images. Kindly click, Tony. So this is an extension of Helium 10. So you just have to click on the extension, click on review insights, and from there you will see like the review for that specific product. So of course you have to do you go to your competitors listing if you haven't yet launched your product. So go to your competitors listing and read from here. You can also export this this data, so you can go through each of them, each reviews. You can filter it like from the most recent, or the 1 to 3 ratings only. So from there you can decide what are the most common things that my the customers are complaining on this product. What can I improve, or what are the things that they are putting there that is not really present in the images or not present in the listing. So you can get ideas from the reviews, and this is very like easy to do. Just utilize the review request or review extension from Helium 10. And yeah, lastly, for search term or generic keywords, this is what we also learned. Kindly click, Tony, I think there's there. Keep keywords for 30 days, then replace them, because we only have like limited bytes there, or characters, I think 200 to 249, depends. You can put keywords there, let it stay for 30 days, and then you can replace it. You are still indexed. You just have to make sure that you check it regularly, and put Spanish keywords with high search volume in the generic keywords.
Yes,
Right.
one reason also being that, okay, I mean, the biggest area is gonna be just in California, just because, you know, due to the amount of people and how many like Spanish people there are in California. It's a massive amount. So it's not about targeting specific group or whatever. It's just like in that area, it's gonna be like common sense that, okay, if you wanna be targeting servicing like also like this maximum amount of people, then I mean, then it comes down to, okay, also I mean Spanish there. Okay.
Oh, yeah, lastly, this is the last one, request review removal to Amazon support. So there's gonna also there's an SOP for this. So we will provide here the link within the week. So you can actually request for a review removal to Amazon support. You just have to be consistent on it. What you need to provide Amazon is the ASIN, the review link, the link of the review that you want to be removed, the link to Amazon Review TOS, which is very important, and you have to, you know, put there, like, this is the Amazon Review TOS, and this is what the review all about, and it is against Amazon TOS. Open a ticket or open a case in your Seller Central. Also, you can email them with the same, you know, message that you sent to support in Seller Central. You can just, you know, copy that and send it through email, and then monitor, report every day, and you'll see that it will, you know, be removed. You just have to be consistent on that.
What do you mean report every day?
I mean, like, report or open a case every day. Like, hey, this is what is happening, and then there's also like a report button in um in each, I'm not sure if it's still showing now, but in each review there is like a report button there that you can click. Yeah.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Do you like reopen the same case or create a new one?
Basically, sometimes they would just reply with a template, so you have to create a new one. You just have to be consistent. Remind them that, hey, this
all right.
blah blah blah.
What's your
Yeah.
success rate? Of course, depends on the crowd and everything, but like
Yes, it
usually
is
after
still
like maybe they usually agree to remove like 10% on average of all the requests they get
I think it depends still,
initially.
but yeah, it depends on the type of review. If it's like, you know, because this is just a review that I just want it to be removed, even if it's already your fault. But if it's like a review that is really against the TOS, of course they will remove it. And there's like a
I mean, yeah, but if they're like kind of borderline things, what sort of practical tips you would like you say? Obviously, you probably want to use some sort of spin doctor-ish type of, like, kind of trying to present the review as being a little more dramatic than maybe it is. So do you have any practical tips that you've employed that maybe have resulted in a higher chance removal?
Yeah, so what you can do is here you go to the Amazon Review TOS, and there's like a lot of like things that they mentioned there. So for example, you're not supposed to, let's say, mention another brand in the or
Yeah,
a
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I was looking exactly that sort of examples.
So you put that, yeah, you exaggerate basically, and you tell Amazon that, hey, this is like mentioning that, this is against that specific, um,
Yeah,
yeah, and then you mention it, and then you tell them that, hey, this is against that, in your TOS based there, this is the blah blah blah, and you send it to them. If they will just, just reply with a template, you just have to be consistent, and you have like an SLP for that, so you can, try it yourself and see
yeah, great.
what works for you. Yeah.
You open a case saying that, hey, this review is saying my product is bad. It's against TOS.
Yeah, oh my God.
It's referring to a product or brand that's actually called bad. So not my product. Yeah, need to get creative.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
This most, especially for like a longer review, the chances are that whoever bought of the human being there is the first level of support, they probably won't even read the whole review.
Yeah.
So if you kind of like, well, can you see like this guy's being very very aggressive here by referring to this product material, which is not even true, which would of course result in a very negative customer experience. So he might pick the negative customer review part there. All right, fair enough. Let's remove
it.
Yeah. And there's always certain words, that speaks to Amazon. Like, customer experience was one thing and other things, but, terms that actually kind of like matter to Amazon, then it's always best to use those kind of words that, this is like hurting the customer experience on Amazon or